Hello! Is your company rushing to implement AI? If so, I get it. The pressure is on. But what if I told you that moving too fast is the single biggest mistake you can make? Our friends at Zillow learned this the hard way. They scaled an AI-powered home flipping venture so fast that they overlooked critical process flaws. The result was a staggering $420 million loss. So today, we're going to learn how to slow down in order to speed up. There's a concept in technology called garbage in, garbage out. With AI, it's garbage in and warp speed out. That means when you take a broken, inefficient process and just layer AI on top of it, you don't fix the problems. In fact, you amplify them. In my upcoming book, Hyperadaptive, I talk about the two things that kill productivity in traditional companies: friction, or the delays and handoffs between teams, and fidelity loss. That's the way an idea gets distorted as it moves through layers of management. Automating a process full of friction and fidelity loss just creates a high-speed game of telephone. The answer is what I call the dual engine of stage 2. So this is process optimization and task augmentation. It means that you do two things in parallel. First, you get your team together and clean up your existing workflow. You find those bottlenecks, you eliminate the rework, and you streamline your workflow steps. Second, you're going to look for small, specific tasks within that process where AI can help your team. We're not talking about replacing them. The pharmaceutical giant Novartis is a perfect example of this. Before they went all in on AI, they methodically mapped and optimized their drug development workflows, and only then did they introduce targeted AI tools. By doing it this way, they experienced a 25% increase in overall efficiency. So how do you actually do this? First, define the process you want to fix. Let's say it's creating a sales proposal. Next, you're going to map the real workflow. Let's say that the sales rep writes a draft, then it sends it to marketing for branding, then it goes to legal for review, then back to sales. You can see the handoffs and delays already piling up. So then you're going to analyze your pain points. You know that legal review is a bottleneck, and finding that right data is tedious. Formatting is manual and time-consuming. So after you've mapped out this workflow and identified those pain points, you're going to have fun. So after you've mapped out the workflow and analyzed your pain points, it's time for the fun part: brainstorming AI solutions. Don't think about replacing the sales rep or orchestrated agents. Think, what are specific areas where AI can help? Could AI pull in the initial data? Could generative AI create a first draft based on a template? Can an AI tool help legal with a preliminary review? Finally, you're going to pick one idea to pilot and define your success metrics. For example, we'll use AI to generate first drafts, aiming to cut proposal creation time from 10 hours to 4 hours. Doing this with your team is a great start. But I have to tell you, in order to do this at scale, you need the right human infrastructure. And this is where two key support structures from the hyperadaptive model come in. First, you're going to want to identify and appoint AI leads. These are your champions on the ground, people within each department who are passionate about AI and can help peers find and optimize these opportunities. Second, you'll want to establish an AI activation hub. Think of this as your center of excellence. It's that central resource you need to provide training, maybe vet new tools, and support those AI leads you just appointed. Together, they create a network that scales this slow down to speed up approach. We know from Zillow that rushing into AI is a gamble, but taking a deliberate, human-centered approach to optimize your processes isn't a detour. It's, in fact, the surest and fastest path to success. You'll build a foundation that won't crumble under the speed and the scale of AI. So if you're wanting help with this type of approach, I invite you to explore our Applied AI workshop. It's where teams learn AI, they apply it to their workflows, and show concrete ROI all in a day's work. Get more information at hyperadaptive.solutions/labs. Thanks for watching.